What's up, guys? This is Real Sabroso back at it again with episode 3 of the Face Off. I'm here with my boy, you already know,
Ready, Eddie.
and we're bringing y'all today to episode 3. We're getting right to it. We're talking about Manny Pacquiao versus Yordanis Ugas out of Cuba. Cuban master right there. He's replacing Errol Spence Jr., who recently had to get retina surgery in his eye. I believe it was an injury in training or sparring, but I know he's had trouble with that eye since his accident. He had to get surgery since his accident, and I think that's why the eye is still bugging him. What do you think about that?
Dang, if it happened in sparring, he must have some crazy sparring partners.
I just said it happened because of the accident.
The accident?
But in sparring, he probably
brought
it up,
brought
yeah.
it back up. Yeah. But he does train.
He spars the Charlos.
Yeah, the Charlos.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So he does have some good sparring.
Yeah, that's tough ass sparring.
Dang. Yeah, I mean, I would really much rather see the Errol Spence versus Manny Pacquiao, but now I feel like Manny Pacquiao has to win this fight. In order to continue the Errol Spence versus Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, I doubt it even happens anymore, to be honest.
The Errol Spence versus
Yeah,
Pacquiao?
now that it got postponed, how long is it going to take for Errol Spence Jr.'s injury to go away? Probably he's probably going to be out for another year. So that puts Manny Pacquiao out.
That injury takes a year to heal?
Dude, retina?
Yeah.
Torn retina?
Because didn't Mares have
Mares had two.
Two? And how long did it take him?
It took him a minute too, like a year, probably like a year and a half.
Yeah, I mean, that could, because Pacquiao towards his last couple fights, so if it's more than a year, that it might not happen. But yeah, Pacquiao, I think he will win this fight in the later rounds. I'm going to call it an 8th, 9th round KO. That's what I'm going to call it. He's been looking real good in his workout videos I've been seeing. And he's looking sharp. He's ready to go.
You think he can stop Yordanis Ugas?
I think he could.
Never been stopped. Only 4 losses, and they all been splits. Only one has been unanimous, but the rest of them been splits. I know he hasn't fought anybody like Manny Pacquiao, but Manny Pacquiao is old, bro.
He's an 8th division world champion.
Bro, Manny Pacquiao is like
8th division world champion.
Yeah,
in
his prime.
He's getting old, but compared, if we compare his last fight, he still looked really good.
Yeah.
And to say that he's getting old, his
last fight was 2 years ago, bro.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago. But
we haven't seen how he's looked. I mean, he looks good in training, but let's see in the fight. He might look old. From one day to another, he can look old.
Usually, fighters look older when they take a lot of punishment, or like in their last fights too. He didn't take any big punishment from Thurman.
No, not really.
So I think he's still gonna be right back where he left off. Maybe even better.
We'll see. No, I have him winning. I do have Manny Pacquiao winning, but I just,
So you think it's going to full 12?
It's going to full 12 for sure.
Full 12?
He's not knocking out Yordanis Ugas.
You think he'll knock him down?
He might knock him down. Manny Pacquiao's really good at, he's not that's what I'm saying. Knockouts. He's not the old Manny Pacquiao no more that will drop you and then just finish you. Now he'll drop you and then he'll be, he takes it a little bit easier. And you know what fight he learned that from?
What fight?
From the Marquez fight, where he drops you. He doesn't go after you no more because what happened?
Oh, because he got
Marquez knocked him out. So I don't know. I mean, he's gonna win, and hopefully it does line up for the Errol Spence fight. But at this point, with this eye injury and stuff, he might end up facing either Sean Porter or
Terrence Crawford.
I don't know about Terrence Crawford because he's with Top Rank, and you know how PBC has not been wanting to work with Top Rank for a while. So, I would like to see the Crawford fight. Crawford deserves a big fight right now.
Does he got any fights coming up?
He doesn't have a fight scheduled, but I heard he's already back in training, so he's probably got something coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, I don't know. When was the last time that he has fought? Because he's kind of been having problems too, fighting, right?
Yeah, I think his last fight was against Kell Brook, in which he stopped him. He stopped him earlier than Errol Spence Jr. So that's pretty crazy.
But I feel like Kell Brook has been going down.
Yeah, that's true.
Ever since that fight with Errol Spence.
Bro, Kell Brook has been a different fighter ever since he got knocked out by Triple G. Triple G messed him up.
Yeah.
He was undefeated.
Fight, yeah.
He was undefeated going into that fight. And then after that is when he lost to Errol Spence, right?
No, I think he lost to Errol Spence.
Oh, he was already lost.
Yeah,
he already
had
one
loss.
Oh
He had one loss. Yeah, he shouldn't have took that Triple G.
Yeah,
fight.
I wonder why he fought Triple G. That's so weird. Money.
Yeah.
I heard. They want to make Kell Brook versus Amir Khan. You know how those dudes have hated each other for so long.
I mean, that would be a good one because both of them haven't really been
at
their best. So yeah, that would be a good fight.
That would be a good fight.
Yeah, because I've seen Amir Khan is training with Terence Crawford.
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't know if he's training with them like in training camp, but I've seen videos of them too.
Yeah, I'm sure they sparred and stuff.
Because they fought each other too.
Yep, they fought each other. Crawford obviously took him out of the body. I think it was a body shot. Yeah.
Amir Khan, if he had a chin, he'd probably be undefeated.
Yeah.
He's always ahead on the scorecards in almost all his losses.
I don't know if he'll be undefeated now, like older Amir Khan, but in his prime, he would have for sure been undefeated. Yeah. I think all his losses that he had early in his career were all like knockouts. And he was pretty much like winning them, right? The only one that beat him by decision that didn't knock him out was that dude from Headbangers. That has like a brother.
Yeah, something Peterson, right?
Yeah, Lamont
Peterson. He was good, and then he got retired by was it Errol Spence?
I don't think he ever fought. Oh yeah. Peterson. Yeah. Errol Spence, yep. Errol Spence.
I remember like that was he even announced it like during
the
fight.
Yeah,
like he's done. I think it was Errol Spence.
It was Errol Spence.
And then back to the Pacquiao fight. Do you think it's gonna end in 8 rounds, 9 rounds, or you think it's going full 12?
I was going full 12.
Full 12?
Yeah, full 12.
Pause it on that.
I could put money on it.
You want to put money on it?
Let's put money on it. Shit, let's put money on it.
Let's put money on it.
All right. I think it goes 12. We can put money on it. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I think Pacquiao has it in him to finish it, but I don't know. The only thing I'm a little iffy about is that he has been gone for 2 years, and I don't know if he's been active for those 2 years. You know, because if he's been active still, like still hitting the gym, sparring, he's still gonna be good. But maybe because he's a senator and stuff like that, he probably took a year off. That could affect him, you know. Because these guys, they stay active.
He looks in great shape.
He does,
but he always looks in great shape. To be honest, he'll come in like a little chubby at the beginning of his training camps. He looks like a senator, and then let him train for like 2 weeks, and he looks normal already, like Manny Pacquiao. So he stays like I think he stays like still like around weight, and he plays a lot of basketball. He's always running, playing with his kids and stuff. Like, so he's really active.
He's a big runner.
He runs a lot. Yeah.
And then I was watching like a story.
Dude has some giant calves. Like,
yeah,
I've never seen calves like that.
That's probably how he could weigh like up to 147.
Yeah.
Because he's not really like that built to be 147. Those guys, they drop down from like 180. It's crazy.
He has more muscle in his legs than he has in his arms.
Yeah. And not a lot of fighters are like that. They're the opposite.
It's always reversed. It's always more upper body muscle,
except for
leg muscle.
Pacquiao and probably Canelo too. Canelo's just a big.
He's just all around like Phil.
Stocky dude. Yeah, he's just a stocky dude. Yeah, I agree with that. But I don't know. I would like to see Pacquiao finish him. And
that would be dope, to be honest.
Like
another Manny Pacquiao stoppage. We haven't seen that since Lucas Matisse back in like 2016. Lucas Matisse, right? That was his last stoppage. Yeah, last stoppage. So it's been a minute, but I think it can be done. You know, I mean, Manny Pacquiao's Manny Pacquiao. Relentless, attack.
He can do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But Ugas, he's tough. And you remember how last week we were talking about guys that just want to last?
Yeah.
Ugas, I don't know if he's going to come to win, but I think he wants to last because he wants to get more paydays. You know, and that's how you get more fights. Like, if you get stopped, if he gets stopped, bro, like, for him, that's probably it. Like, he's over 35, so, like, he's on the end of his career. So, like...
He is the champion at that weight, though, isn't he?
They gave him the title because of Manny Pacquiao's inactivity. And he was ranked number 2. So they gave him the belt. So that's why he has the belt. So Manny Pacquiao is basically fighting for his belt that they gave to Ugas.
So he didn't fight for it, they just gave it to him?
They gave it to him.
Was he like the number 1 contender or something?
He's the number 1 contender.
Yeah. I don't know, I mean, who was his last opponent?
Ugas?
Yeah.
He fought Abel Ramos
Jr.
or something like that, yeah. Oh. And it was a tough fight. I think he barely pulled it off, like, split decision.
I mean, I don't know. We'll see. He should be good.
He's a tough competitor.
I still got Pacquiao by knockout.
Yeah, Pacquiao's going to win. Yeah. We'll see if he gets a knockout or not.
Yeah. I got him by knockout.
We'll see, man. You don't want to put no money on.
No. I'll put everything in God, man.
Pink slips.
Pink slips? Let's do it.
Alright.
shake on it. That's the only way, man. And then, I'm also excited to see the comeback of Victor Ortiz in that fight.
Victor Ortiz is on the undercard. I seen him training with Freddie Roach.
Freddie Roach?
Yeah, that's going to be cool. Like back in the old days, you know that he used to be one of Manny Pacquiao's sparring partners.
Victor Ortiz?
Victor Ortiz. So, now he's back with Roach.
And he's fighting another kind of laid-off fighter.
Yeah. That's a perfect fight for both of them.
For them, yeah.
For Robert Guerrero, too, because, you know, the winner is gonna keep going in boxing, and the losers probably just should hang him up, you know?
That's going to be a good fight. I think I would like to see Ortiz win that fight. I don't know. He got really laid out cold against Berto.
Was that his last fight?
Yeah, that was his last fight.
No way that was his last fight.
His last fight.
He fought again after that. He fought Alexander after that.
Oh, that's true.
They draw.
Yeah. And everyone's saying that he should have lost that fight.
Yep. Alexander got knocked out in his last fight.
I seen that.
Devin Alexander.
Yeah. And who did he fight?
Just some dude. He was supposed to win. Yeah.
Dang. That's boxing right there, man.
Yeah.
You never know. All it takes is one hit.
Yes, sir. So we're pretty pumped about that fight. What other fights we got coming up? I know we got they just announced the 130-pound championship between Jamal Herring, he's a champion, versus Shakur, who's going for his second division. What do you think about that? That's going to be, for sure, Shakur's toughest fight so far.
For sure, his toughest test. I just don't see Shakur losing that fight, you know?
Yeah. It's hard to imagine it, but if you think about styles make fights, and I don't know, man. His style's going to be tough for Shakur.
Yeah.
Jamal Herring, he's a slick fighter,
and
he throws a lot of punches, and throws body punches, and he's southpaw. He's southpaw too, right?
Yeah,
they're both southpaw. So that's, you know, styles make fights.
That's the fight that Shakur wanted. I mean, he's been calling him out on Twitter and everything, and they train in the same camp.
Yep.
So I wonder if they're gonna have to have like different times and stuff.
Yeah, because I know they probably always spar and stuff. They both train with Crawford.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be pretty intense.
Yeah, that's a hard one to choose from, but I still think Shakur, his ring IQ is just
Yeah.
it's too hard to beat.
I don't know, man. I think Shakur is a defensive beast. He's a defensive master, but he can work a lot on his offense.
Yeah.
He throws enough to win rounds and lands enough to win rounds, but when it comes to fighters that like are really busy and really experienced championship level, Jamal Herring, he defended his title already like 3-4 times. You know, he's experienced in championship fights and he knows how to win those fights and those rounds, those championship rounds. When it gets to that 12th, he starts picking it. When it gets to the championship rounds, he starts picking it up.
Yeah,
he doesn't get tired.
If we're talking about experience, yeah, he got him on that. He's been in a pro for way longer than Shakur too, but I just think Shakur is just a more pure boxer than
He's definitely a natural like.
He has better skills in here.
Everything, pretty much everything over Herring except for activity.
Be more,
activity,
throwing more punches. Yeah. So in that fight, I have Shakur. It might be a close fight.
Okay, so we got Shakur, right?
Yeah.
130-pound division. Shakur, all Shakur. After this, he might fight Oscar Valdez. That's gonna be a good fight.
This fight is at 130 though, isn't it?
It's at 130.
Yeah. So he's going to
Valdez is 130.
Valdez, oh yeah, he is 130. I thought he was 135.
No.
He just barely went up to 130 though. Yeah, that's true. That would be a better fight.
That'd be a great fight.
Because Valdez looked really good in his last fight.
He's been looking better, huh? Ever since he moved with Eddie Reynoso.
He's been looking better.
Man, I've seen improvements on his hands, faster hands, way better defense, and even footwork. Everything. Eddie Reynoso's a genius.
Yeah.
That's one of the best coaches right now for sure in the world. He's a genius, man. Look what he's done with Canelo. Look what he's done with even Garcia.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, they're Andy Ruiz, even though he looked decent against Chris Arreola, but I don't know, Eddie Reynoso's a beast, man.
Yeah, he's a good coach. Probably like you said, one of the best.
I definitely want to see him go against Shakur. That's gonna be a great fight. I want to see what adjustments Eddie Reynoso has for Valdez against him. Fight.
Yeah. I don't see Valdez beating Shakur.
Probably not.
Nah. I don't see that happening. Really,
who do you see beating Shakur?
The only fighter right now that I feel like has a good shot of beating Shakur is either Devin Haney.
Oh, come on, man.
Devin Haney, he got skills, bro, and then he's lengthy. Devin Haney, I don't think Tank is he's too short. He's too much of a he'll take a few shots to land a big one, that's what he did against Leo Santa Cruz. Leo Santa Cruz
was winning the fight, yeah.
And he did that against Santa Cruz. He has no defense.
Yep.
He can't land a shot like that against Shakur. He can't land a shot like that against Gary Russell. I don't think he could, because even Gary Russell said last time that he was like licking his lips when he's seeing that fight. He said because that he'll make easy work out of Tank. And he even tell Floyd to stop being scared. But I also heard that Devin Haney was supposed to fight Gary Russell. But Gary Russell backed out because the contract was bull.
Yeah, I always hear Gary Russell calling people out on it.
Yeah, he's always calling people out, yeah.
I mean, he's honestly, he's not lying either. He's one of the most devoted fighters in boxing right now.
Want to fight him.
He's got super fast hands, and he makes it hard for you. Look how easy he beat Jojo Diaz. Jojo Diaz has been dominating guys right now.
Yeah.
And Gary Russell made easy work out of Jojo Diaz. So that's...
Yeah. He's 132, right?
He's 130, yo. Yeah. But he says that he's willing to move up to even 140. Yeah, he said he'll fight him at 140. Dude, that dude doesn't care. He's a beast.
He hasn't fought in a long time either, huh?
No, he hasn't fought. Honestly, he probably hasn't fought since Jojo Diaz. And he's still a champion though. I wonder why they haven't like stripped him. It's crazy.
Nah, but yeah, I think the only ones that would stand a shot right now is maybe Devin Haney. Because like you said, styles make fights.
You think he'll make it tough for him just because of his awkwardness?
His kind of awkward style and kind of like because I seen their sparring.
And he has a little bit of power too.
I seen their sparring match and I feel like Shakur couldn't really figure him out.
Yeah, because he made it kind of like rugged. Huh?
Yeah, he made it kind of like weird and stuff like that. So like, I feel like that would be a harder fight for Shakur than let's say Tank or Valdez.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I
would
think
just outbox those guys. That's what I think, but could be wrong.
Yeah, for sure. I think we definitely sleeping on Russell.
Yeah,
he'll give a lot of guys trouble. But a lot of these guys don't want to fight him.
They want to fight him.
They won't. They're not going to give him the opportunity.
They see him as a big risk.
Yeah, big threat. So.
Yeah. Because he's not even the champion anymore, is he? Because he hasn't fought in so long.
Well, I was just telling you, I wonder if they already stripped him or if he's still champion. I don't know.
No, I think they stripped him. Because who's champion at 130 now? So I know you got
Valdez, Jamal Herring. I don't know who the other champions are. Well, Valdez is unified. Because he took the title from Brechet and he already had a title. So he has two, and then Jamal Herring has one, so there's one more that we're forgetting. Oh, you know what? I think Gervonta Tank Davis has one at 130. I was just looking at the rankings the other day.
Yeah.
Dude, Gervonta Tank Davis is ranked in 3 weight classes, like top 5.
Yeah?
Yeah. He's ranked at 140, 135, and 130. He's ranked in 3 weight classes. I think he's champion in 2, right? That's crazy, man. That dude could literally jump from any weight class up.
Yeah, he has a lot of power, but I feel like he hasn't really fought any really good defensive fighter yet.
Yeah, that's true. He don't really fight. I noticed that he don't really fight. This is not like a racial thing, you know, but he don't really fight black fighters. I've never seen him really fight like a black fighter.
Yeah, that's true.
That's like skilled.
Skilled. Yeah,
I would like to see him get in with somebody that's skilled. Because I mean, we all know what happened in the amateurs with the Tank. But that was amateurs. I know. Some people didn't even take the amateur serious. They'll go to fights not even ready. And the pros is a whole other thing. But we would see Tank, get dropped, get stopped in the amateurs. So he's got weaknesses. He's not like a super monster, but the pros, like I said, is a whole different level. Like his power, like you said. His power definitely has saved him in the pros.
Yeah, that's what helps him a lot. Is that he does have power to fight from 130 all the way to 147.
Probably, yeah.
He does have a lot of power. But I just feel like for him, a defensive fighter can beat him. Because he does look for his really hard shots. And he lands them a lot against these guys that really have no defense. They're just offense fighters.
Yep, we got Cambosos versus Teofimo. They're getting ready to do that fight, and then I'm thinking the winner's gonna get Vasily Lomachenko again.
Oh, that's true.
So I know for a fact that Lomachenko wants that rematch. He's been dying to get that rematch. But I don't feel like Lopez thinks the same. Yeah. I don't think he hasn't said anything about the rematch. No. He don't want to give him a rematch. But we'll see if that ends up happening.
Yeah, I think most likely it will happen. I think he'll beat Cambosos. Cambosos, he's pretty good. He's pretty explosive. I just feel like he also lacks defense. He has good offense. I was watching the fight last time with him against Salvi.
Oh yeah,
and that was a good fight. That was a close fight. It was good. They were both throwing some leather, and that's when I seen that Cambosos has good offense, but he lacks a little bit on defense.
He's gonna get shut out by Lopez, I believe. But we just want to see
The rematch.
We just want to see that rematch, man.
Rematch, yeah,
Honestly, like these fights right now are kind of like a waste of time, to be honest. Like, let's just get to the rematch. You know, Lomachenko already won against Nakatani. Let's move on. Let's go to the rematch. Let's do that. Jake Paul, Woodley in like a couple weeks as well.
Yeah, I think that's not this week, but next week.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's right after the Pacquiao fight. So we got Pacquiao and then Woodley, Paul. Who's fighting on that undercard?
He has Tyson Fury's brother. I seen that.
Oh, yep.
Tyson Fury's brother, and then he has his other heavyweights that I didn't even recognize him. So I don't really.
So in that fight, I got Woodley by man.
You got Woodley?
I'm pulling for Woodley.
You're pulling for Woodley?
I want Woodley to win, but I know Jake is probably gonna win. But because I was just thinking right now that I said it out loud, I'm like Woodley. I'm like I was about to say by decision. There's no way Woodley's gonna win by decision, right? You think he has the boxing skills to win by decision? I think if it goes decision, it's gonna go to Jake.
If he's been training good enough, I mean, he already has skills.
His boxing skills aren't that bad.
Yeah, not that bad. I mean, and Jake Paul hasn't really went the distance to test himself, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So we really can't say how he would do in a 6 because they're going 6 rounds, right, or 8 rounds.
Either 6 or 8.
Yeah.
Honestly, it'd be to his advantage to do 6.
6, yeah.
Because if it's 8, Jake's already a little bit more experienced with the 6s.
Yeah, he hasn't went past 2 rounds.
Yeah, but it's different when you're preparing for a fight to go 6 though.
Yeah, that's true.
Like he prepares to go 6. He spars 8.
But
10.
the dude looks tired and like I think it was his last fight. He already looked kind of like he was breathing hard.
Well, it's because he goes all out in the first round. Like I'm telling you, he's not an experienced boxer, so obviously he's
probably say more confident this fight. Yeah.
We'll see.
I don't think he's gonna knock out.
Not in 2 or 3 rounds.
Yeah, no.
I think Woodley's gonna be the first one to last like a little bit more than 2 or 3 rounds. But I don't know, man. I'm pulling for Woodley. I still don't know how he's gonna win that fight, but I'm pulling for it, man. Come on, Woodley, you're my boy. Let's get this W, man.
If he loses to Jake Paul,
which is super possible. He's honestly he's the underdog, bro.
It's possible, but still, that's shocking. You know, like Woodley is a UFC world champion. Jake Paul is
so is Ben Askren.
Yeah, but I mean, if you watch the difference of these fighters, Ben Askren is not a striker. This dude has won fights throwing leather. You know.
Yeah.
And Ben Askren, most of his wins were like grappling and like
wrestling. Yeah. He was a wrestler.
Yeah. So I feel like Tyrone should be the favorite in this fight. Tyrone. This is Tyrone?
No. I was watching some of his UFC fights. It's Tyrone. Yeah. Tyrone is the dude from YouTube. Oh, man.
Okay.
But I mean, I think Jake calls him that because he's trolling him. That's why he calls him Tyrone. He's messing with him. But it's Tyrone.
Yeah, Tyrone. Well, no, yeah, I'm just saying that I think Tyrone, I can't even say his name right. Tyrone, I say he should be the favorite in this fight to win.
But he's coming into boxing. If they're going to UFC, obviously, like he'll be the favorite. In boxing, how could he be the favorite? He's fighting a dude that's 3-0, 3 KOs.
Yeah,
even though he hasn't fought nobody, but he literally fought his sparring partner, Ben Askren. They were teammates, him and Woodley. And he knocked out his sparring partner.
Yeah.
And then we got De La Hoya taking on Victor Belfort. It's just announced it's a real fight. It's gonna be pretty exciting, man, to see De La Hoya back in there. We haven't seen him fight since Manny Pacquiao in 2008. That's crazy.
It's just like when Mike Tyson fought Jones.
Yep,
he hasn't fought in a long time either. Yeah, that's crazy. I think De La Hoya will win that fight, though.
Yeah, he should win that fight. He'll win that fight. Victor Belfort was a good UFC fighter. I've seen some of his highlights, but as far as boxing,
nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think De La Hoya will win that fight, and then he's gonna fight Canelo.
He's gonna get knocked.
That's what he wants. He wants
Fuck
Canelo
out.
or Floyd.
Man, but really, nobody wants to watch the dude that wore fishnets back in the day.
Yeah, I
Come
feel
back
like
to
a lot of
boxing.
people don't take him serious because of that anymore, you know?
Yeah, man.
Like, every time I hear his name, someone's always like, oh, fishnets.
I hate to say it because he honestly used to be one of my favorite
Yeah.
fighters back in the day. But, bro, he's a joke now.
He is.
He's
like,
a joke, bro. Did you see how he showed up to the Thriller show last time?
Drunk as hell.
Drunk, high.
Yeah.
Bro, and like that dude just nonstop partying.
Yeah.
And he says that this fight's gonna help him get away from all that. Nah, dude. Like it'll stop you for a little bit, but you're gonna go right back to it after this fight. You need to go into therapy, rehab, all that stuff. And I think he already has, dude. That's the sad part. Is he already went through all that shit. The dude is not even officially like married, officially like divorced. And do you hear like he's already dating like this supermodel, like, and he's not even divorced, bro. Like, he's dating the supermodel, bro.
I mean, if you're the golden boy, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, well, obviously you can wear fishnets and you can still be relevant and shit. You can still be
supermodel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's wild.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, man. This is episode 3. We're gonna end it on that note.
Episode 3.
Next week we'll be back with episode 4. We're gonna watch these fights next week and then catch up with you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Real Sabroso on TikTok.
Ready Eddie, TikTok. Oh yeah, make sure you like and subscribe to our channel. Next week we'll talk about what we think about the fights coming up and the fight that's just gonna happen, which is gonna be Rigon down. We didn't even talk about him, but he fights this week.
All right, late. Peace.